Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now August 1st of 2020, and one aspect that a lot of Star Wars fans, I believe, would really agree on is the fact that Kathleen Kennedy over the years has been very incompetent as the leader of Lucasfilm, as the president of all things Star Wars, and exactly what she stood for when it came to the franchise. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that, yes, we do know that thankfully George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni are all working together as a team to deliver authentic Star Wars material to the Star Wars fans to really enjoy a series of new TV shows, new movies, new comic books, novels, books, and video games at that. That's all going to come together to make up this new expanded universe that the fans have never seen before, neither in Legends or in Star Wars canon material. They really want to focus on original content as well, while also bringing back a lot of Star Wars Legends in the mix. So George, John, and Dave, Bob Iger, and Bob Chapek, 5 of these guys are really hard at work on really trying to reshape Star Wars, to really make it into an ever-evolving franchise, to really ensure that Star Wars can very well head in the same exact direction that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going in. After all, the MCU, when we look at the MCU, it's had a constant success. A lot of fans have really seen exactly what it's capable of and exactly, what it has done before in the past. So with Bob Chapek now as the Disney CEO, he's making a lot of changes behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. However, what's really intriguing all has to do with George Lucas and Kathleen Kennedy, where, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are currently focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. Both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are currently very hard at work on developing a better future for the Star Wars franchise, where it's explained that they are making major changes behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm in order to ensure that the franchise can be successful. It's explained that recently creator George Lucas just canceled the High Republic trilogy, which was initiated by Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy, where she was going to focus on a new trilogy that would focus on no wars, activism, and identity politics over the story and character development that it deserved. Now, it's explained that Kennedy wanted to make this trilogy a mixture between Star Wars and Jurassic Park, and that once she lost her creative power, Lucas was able to cancel the entire thing not so long ago and will be replacing them with other films, and the High Republic era overall in general will be reduced down to a Star Wars TV series instead in the near future that will include brand new characters away from Kathleen Kennedy's designs for the Star Wars universe. Let me just stop right here for a second, is that we also know that Kathleen Kennedy, really wanted to focus in on the High Republic era to really be far different than the previous installments. She wanted to actually explore Star Wars movies with no wars, no battles, or any kind of fights at any cost here. Kennedy really wanted to do this in any way that she could. And it just shows that doing that just doesn't make sense. You have Star Wars in the title. How could you not have wars, battles, or fights in these new movies? Now, George was obviously smart enough to know that this was not going to work with Star Wars fans. No gunfights, no saber battles. It just wouldn't have made a lot of sense. Now, it's said that Lucas made the decision to do this since Kennedy's trilogy also dealt with restarting the complete meaning of the Force in a negative way that George Lucas did not agree with, and that it would have been a total disaster for Star Wars fans around the world. So here's the thing about George Lucas, right? We know that he knows what he's doing. He is going to be bringing in tons of Star Wars Legends material for the new Star Wars movies to come in the near future. And even with the new Star Wars TV shows and the books, the comics, and the video games, all these crazy things, right? He is going to be resurrecting tons of Legends content into the existing Disney canon. And that just tells us that George really cares. He really cares for the fans. He wants Star Wars to thrive. He really wants to bring it back to the way it used to be. And with Kathleen Kennedy no longer in creative control for the most part, I think that this is obviously a recipe for the light at the end of the tunnel here, showing us that, these new movies that are currently being developed, by multiple creators as we speak, are really going to differ from that of the sequel trilogy era. Honestly, the High Republic era, I can really see that more so fit as a television series, so I'm kind of glad they're sticking with that route. Movie-wise, you know, I don't know if it really would have worked. I think that what you need to do is you have to experiment with the books and the TV shows first. And then, if you want to, you can expand beyond that, right? So, like I said before in the past, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, she's only dealing with the Leslie Headland Star Wars TV show, so that's good news. A lot of her projects are still being canceled as we speak because she had dozens of which that were initiated before her creative control was taken away. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.